What's going on, everybody? Welcome to video 2 or step 3 in the home buying process. This is going to occur like when you find the house of your dreams and you're ready to buy the house. We're going to talk about the offer to purchase contract. What's in the offer contract, what it entails, any kind of costs that are associated with it, things like that. So let's just say you've done the home search, we've saw a few houses, and you find the house. You say, Demond, this is it right here. What do we have to do to buy this house? So the first thing we're gonna have to do is come together and put in an offer on that house. Well, the offer, we're gonna either call it the offer to purchase, or we're gonna call it a contract. It's just the terms are kind of interchangeable when you're talking to me. But what the offer to purchase contract is going to cover is the price of the house and things like that, upfront deposits, closing date and time, how much closing costs we can get negotiated on your behalf to help cover the costs that are associated to closing your house and things like that. But it's pretty straightforward. I'll explain it to you more in person, but this is just kind of a brief run through what's going to be on that offer to purchase contract. Like I said, the first thing on there is going to be the offer price. It's going to be like, I'm going to do a market analysis and determine whether the house is priced well enough. Whether you want to go in a direct price or higher or lower, things like that. The offer price is what you're going to be feeling comfortable paying for that house. The next thing is going to be associated with it, the upfront deposits, due diligence, and earnest money. So this is a lot of people get kind of thrown off sometimes. Due diligence and earnest money are upfront deposits. They're like good faith money. Due diligence is non-refundable. But earnest money is refundable up until a certain period of time. That period of time where the earnest money is refundable is called the due diligence period. So we are going to have to negotiate that too, but typically it's between 2 weeks and a month. Could be longer, could be shorter. But that between that 2 weeks and a month is the time that we have to do our inspections, our appraisals, and anything that we have to do, we want to get done with the house before that period ends. So if you decide in that period to walk away, you get your earnest money back, but not the due diligence. But now if you go through everything, you close on the house and things like that, the due diligence and earnest money both are, you're not giving money away. So you'll get both back as a form of a credit towards your closing costs at the end. So it's not giving money away, it's probably pretty much just like prepaying closing costs for the end of the process and things like that. The next thing we're going to talk about is the closing date. So typically closing dates can be as quick as 21 days, or it could take 60 days, or it could take 6 to 8 months if you're getting a house built. It's just going to depend on what the situation is, how urgent we are in the process. Like, do you need to move right now? If so, you need to get your paperwork and everything in. If not, still get your paperwork in, but we can kind of take our time a little bit. But that's pretty much it right there with the contract, the offer to purchase, and things like that. Oh, closing costs. I almost forgot. Closing costs. I think a lot of people don't understand what closing costs really are. You might, so don't take it to disrespect if you already do, but I deal with a lot of first-time home buyers who don't know what closing costs are. What closing costs are is like the costs associated with you closing on your house. It's going to be your attorney fees, your lender fees, your FHA or conventional fees and things like that, government fees, taxes, insurance, things like that that are associated with closing on the house, closing on your house. So they're your costs. And typically, back in the day, the seller would cover most or if not all of that. But right now, the market is so competitive that closing costs are negotiable. So we're going to try to get as much closed as possible, as much covered for you as possible, but they're still your costs. But we're gonna get taken care of. So, we're gonna fight for it. So trust me. I just want to explain that to you right there. So that's that's the contract right there, the offer to purchase, the nitty gritty, due diligence, earnest money, things like that. So if you have any questions or whatever that you want to talk to, you need more explanation, I can go into more detail with you. Give me a call, 336-458-8804, or email me at demondhammock@gmail.com. Like I said, next video, we're going to talk about some other stuff. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for using me. I love y'all. Blessed.